What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wingin podcast. Jack, how you doing?
I am good, my brother. How about yourself?
I am making it, Andre.
Look, I'm living. That's all I got to say.
All right.
Directed to the point.
Directly to the point. All right. So, what y'all been playing so far this week? What y'all been playing?
I've been. I don't know when I put it back in the rotation, but I've been playing Picross. I knew I had the game. I think I was talking to my wife about it because she's always trying to find ways to just think, outside of just doing your common things. And she was like, I'm looking for things to test me. She's a big chess player. So she was like, okay, I dabble in chess here and there, but her dad is like the one that have you locked up for like 6 hours playing damn chess. So he's like, so she's accustomed to that. So I try to find games for her to play, like to really, really think. And so she had never heard of Picross. So in the nature of showing her Picross, I got back into Picross. And yeah, that game will either have you throwing the controller through the screen or, or just, being excited at the fact that you were able to solve a puzzle under 5 minutes. Like especially like with the puzzles I'm in now are like the 15 by 15 puzzles, which I know it goes up to 20 by 20, which is like visually seeing all those numbers and X's and blocks up there. Yeah, it'll mess with you after a while, but been playing that. What else am I playing? Madden, of course. I tried out the demo for Dusk Fade. That's there. He's been popping up on my Twitter quite a bit, and I didn't know they dropped a demo for it on Steam. But Dusk Fade, the way that he showcases it is like if you had another Kingdom Hearts type game.
Not another convoluted game.
So,
no,
so that was my first thought. I was like, no, but he's talking about from like a combat style. So you can tell like it still got some work to do, but the demo was pretty solid. Even like on the Steam Deck, even though I had to take everything to low, it was still pretty solid. So Dust Fade was pretty dope. Me and the kids, we always do the Mario Kart World stuff. And then outside of that, I want to say I'm playing something else, but I think mainly the focus has been trying to see what's next up on the lineup because there's like a huge sale right now. And so I've been thinking about getting back into Fighter Z because I know I have it on my PC, but I don't game over on my PC anymore. So I'm thinking about getting Fighter Z because right now the Ultimate Edition is sitting at like $15. But it's missing it's missing character pass 2 and 3. So you would have to buy 3 because 2 doesn't pop up on the eShop, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
and it was the same thing.
Because when they first released it, it already had that pack in it.
See.
So that's probably why. Because remember, it couldn't run. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that too.
My thing is, how's it going to be the Ultimate Edition if it's missing stuff?
Because there's a legendary edition.
Yeah. No. And remember, this weekend they already put up.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to be released in February.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what was it? And they did that, and it's another fighting game that's been released. They're releasing another character for out of the blue.
One Piece. One Piece is getting one in the fall because it's getting that big update for all the consoles in the fall. Yeah, so that was another one that's on sale because I remember I posted about the weird way they had it up. So One Piece is another one that has different versions. So the deluxe version was on sale for the Xbox and the Switch, but then the ultimate one that has all the DLC was only on sale for PlayStation. Then coming back around now, the ultimate one is now on sale for the Switch.
Oh, yeah, because they're doing the Switch 2 upgrade.
Yeah, they're doing it in fall. Yeah. So that was another one. I'm like, do I double dip because I have that on PC?
Because I got that physical. I got that one. Power Rewards. I got that one physical. So,
gotcha. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm juggling right now because like with One Piece, I have time, but the sale for Dragon Ball ends in like 6 hours. So you gotta be on it if you want to get into it. But then also, and we've been playing Attack on Titan 2. So end up copying that, got Final Battle, and the demo, I was like, I don't know. Because the demo, it was like really difficult to also use like my gear and then like target the Nate and then make the switch from that to because you have to switch with the R button to like just swinging around into combat, which was kind of weird. So when I got the actual game, they were like, "Oh, you can switch to easy controls, and you don't have to do all that." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, we can just go with that." So it makes it super easy to actually control now.
I heard Attack on Titan is actually not bad. That one ain't bad.
That when I saw it on sale, I went to like my usuals for the anime type games, and they were like, "Yeah, if you the way that a lot of people put it, if you played the first game, you may not want to play the second one." Because what they did was the second one is doing a full recap of everything, and then they add season 3 for DLC.
Okay.
So if you played through the first one, it's like I've already played half this game already.
So there ain't no point in
exactly. So it kind of benefits me because I never played the first one. So Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle is everything. Like it has the season 3, everything from the beginning that you played in the first one. So it just works out, and then you're doing it from a perspective of a created character. But from my understanding, season 3, the DLC, you're not using the created character for some reason. But I guess it ties into the story somehow. I don't know.
Want to play as a creator. They want to play as Levi Ackerman, dude. I
want Levi. You hear me?
That was Levi.
So my son, my youngest son, he's a big Attack on Titan fan. And he was like, "So, Dad, so can like we chop the legs off and stuff like that?" I was like, "Yeah, I physically hit the ankles, chop the legs off, get the nape, chop the fingers off." He was like, "But can I like swirl and cut the arms like Levi?" I said, "That I don't know, my friend." I said, "But I'm hoping because there's RPG elements to it because you
gotta get that training in."
I said, if I can do that, I'm using that attack 1,000 times out of 10. You know what I mean?
Human Beyblade.
Levi was that dude, but you know a character is loved when they straight up told the author, if Levi died, that's your ass. Like, bro.
And the fact, because like I thought he was gone at the end. For anybody that hadn't seen it, sorry, spoiler alert. Yeah. I thought he was dead at the end.
I thought he was dead too. I was like, they ain't know what hey, in the words of young cast is just not watching Barry Sanders highlights, ain't no way in hell. But he lived. I'm like,
bro, Levi's
my boy.
Goodness. But yeah, that's what I've been playing, and then just kind of trying to put things to the side because Pokemon's comes out this Wednesday or Thursday. So that's
I completely forgot about that too.
Yeah, that is alive in effect this week. So all the boycotts, I need to see the picket fences. I need to see the sign sheets.
You know what's worse? I didn't even think about it. They do have a greenish motif on that daggone logo.
Mm-hmm. They do.
I didn't even think about it.
Dude, that's why I was like, when they said, I'm like, Z to A, why would they call it Za? And then like the whole thing is like that D Generation X green and black. You're like, this is why diversity, equity, and inclusion is important, kids. Because this would not happen if you had somebody like, hey, man, we can't do that. We can't do that.
You got the name implying getting lit. But you also got gang jumpings and back alley fights.
They are in the area. They're participating. All right.
What it is, cuz. Like,
anybody jumping you.
No, that's jump. Look, if you surprising somebody from behind them and then you got another group in front of them, that's a jump.
Why are you standing in the alley by yourself facing the wall anyway?
Hey, cuz, I like that guardery you got there, cuz. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Hey, bro, why you got that squirrel out here late at night? You know that you better than that. Take that thing home.
I could be on my Team Rocket-ish tonight if I want to, but I'm deciding to be peaceful. Hey, bro, you know I just got that Mega Evolution for Charmander. I don't think you want none. Yeah, the ridiculous. Like I said, the only thing I'm waiting for is which one of the gym leaders is also a mafia boss. That's all I want to know. I was surprised if that's
spiritual.
Dude,
it would be a shock.
Giovanni was a mafia boss.
Where is Giovanni? I have not.
He done disappeared. Once he decided to go peaceful, that was it. He disappeared.
As kids, we were convinced Giovanni was Ash's daddy. Like I was convinced. I was like, "That's where your daddy at." He was okay.
Oh, wait a minute, your daddy's a crime boss. Like,
bad thing is, storyline wise, it would have made sense because nobody wanted to talk about his dad.
Exactly.
Nobody. So yeah, that's funny. But that is out this week because people, October, November, boy, finna test your wallet.
boycott.
That's your responsibilities. That's what it
is. Yeah. Me, I'm doing my annual playthrough of Ocarina of Time. Made it to the Water Temple. God damn it, I hate the Water Temple.
I hate water anything in video games. Be honest with you.
But yeah, I'm doing my annual Ocarina of Time playthrough. This time NSO. So I've been playing that. Jump back in. Well, I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom, the Switch 2 Upgrade Edition. So I'm at the Water Temple doing the stuff with Sidon. So doing that. Got back into Shinobi.
Back-to-back Water Temples? Are you a masochist?
I don't know why. I don't know what I'm thinking, man. I was sitting there, I'm like, why am I doing it like this? So I'm also got back into Art of Vengeance. That game's so good, man. Shinobi Art of Vengeance is so good.
Oh yeah.
I don't. At first, I was a little bit upset, but I think I understand why they did it. They took the path they did on doing it. You got to go through the game and beat the story first, then you'll unlock everything, so you can go back and do all the elite squads and all that. All
Metroidvania shit. That's
all that. So
yeah.
But I do like the way they set up these the boss fights in there. Where it just stops and they do like the whole thing with Joe just like standing on this little thing in the.
Oh yeah,
I love how they do that. I'm like, Joe about to beat the brakes off you. So
you lose about 55 times and it's like, it's the other way around.
Well, the funny thing about it is like I've actually been figuring out the patterns pretty quickly, so I'm actually proud of myself on this because I haven't like I got toe up a couple times, but I ain't got toe up like I used to get toe up.
Yeah.
So. But yeah,
he's like, look, they didn't beat me, but it wasn't as bad as it used to.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as it used to be. It used to be bad. It used to be like, man, I'm gonna tell my mama.
Look, this game, I ain't gonna lie, this game is a love letter to Joe Musashi anyway. Boy. It's like really look, you don't mess with Joe family. You don't mess with his family at all.
This dude, like, I'm like, when I saw his wife pregnant, I'm like, y'all
every Shinobi game he has been featured in has been related to somebody messing with his family.
Yeah, like
with the exception of the first game.
Like, did y'all not get the memo? Leave this man family alone.
First game, he was a fresh-faced ninja. He didn't even have his mask. Second game, he was out there to save his girlfriend, who eventually became his wife. He broke an organization to save that woman.
Yeah. I'm like burnt them to the ground. That's why I was like, oh, this dude a pretentious little.
Oh no, you don't get divorced behind that. You burn this stuff to the ground over. Yeah, y'all don't get divorced behind that. Like
that's that cat that when he said I love you, he meant that.
Yeah,
he meant that. Like, oh, y'all gonna take who girlfriend you taking?
Right.
Like who did you snap? Like, oh no, give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes.
Y'all thought I was playing. Hey, what on Seven's phone number? Hey, Sevens, I need you to drop like 14 bombs in about 25 minutes.
Right.
You think I'm playing with you?
I swear, Joe is a low-level version of Samus. He don't destroy planets, but he damn sure destroy organizations and buildings.
Yeah. That's what I'm like. Wait a minute, this is another corporation? Y'all know what he did to the last 3?
Like, and they all use the same name, which is the biggest problem. Like, why would y'all rename yourselves after something he already destroyed?
Because the stock prices, they're trying to, like, since people already have, like, they remember, so the stock market, got to
listen. No,
NASDAQ.
The last one before this whole situation, he took down a large aircraft carrier by himself. Like,
and that's why I was like, why wasn't Joe and Ryu in Smash Bros? I don't understand that. I'm like, when they first said they were doing third-party characters, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be Joe Musashi and Ryu Hayabusa. I already know that. Nope.
Should have been. They should have been. But I think honestly, it's just that they're trying to, because they look at more characters being built up. Mm-hmm. If it comes around this time, I'm pretty sure if they do third-party characters, both of them will be in there.
And the only reason why I say that is because especially when in the Wii U and 3DS version, when they was breaking it down by the years, I'm like, oh, I know Ryu and Joe gonna be there. Nope, Bayonetta and Cloud. Okay. Alright. But yeah. Because I just thought that would have made more sense. All right, Andre, what about you? What you been playing?
Art of Vengeance and Ragebound.
Okay.
I've just been on a ninja kick.
Oh, speaking of games, one I almost forgot the demo, and I'm surprised you didn't mention it, Jay. Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
I didn't play it
yet.
yet.
Played it.
I haven't played it yet.
I played it.
I was waiting for it to come to consoles.
I'm telling you, the demo love is all Steam, bro. Like, I got a feeling consoles are a little bit more difficult than PC because they just throw demos on Steam like it's nothing.
Well, it looks like I'll be jumping back in my Steam account that I can't remember the password for.
Yeah, I'm about to say, thank goodness the Steam Deck was already set up. It was a quick download, and
well, I heard
think
it was fun. I heard it was fun.
It is. It's very interesting. I didn't expect for you to have two characters that you can swap in and out. And they have like their own health bars. So I was like, that was pretty interesting. The enemies definitely are not dumb for a beat 'em up, which I found very, very interesting. But I ran through with Venom and She-Hulk, two very totally different fighting styles and characters. But it was an interesting playthrough. I mean, I'm curious to see like how it all turns out in the end. But Venom was pretty cool. And then, like I said, She-Hulk, as far as like her special and like her grab attack, to where like she kind of like grabs you, picks you up, and then does like a roundhouse kick. It was pretty pretty dope. But yeah, I mean, it ain't nothing I'm breaking my neck to go get, because I mean, we've had with Power Rangers, TMNT, you know, all those games.
Streets of Rage.
Yeah,
bro, why would you ask that question?
Is she barefoot? No, she has on shoes.
This isn't the She-Hulk that is mimicking the Incredible Hulk. This is classic She-Hulk.
Yeah,
I just felt like this is going in like the wrong direction. I don't know. Like,
for a little background, like I want to say what it was 3-4 years ago, they decided to make She-Hulk they want to non-sexualize her, so they basically made her Hulk. They made her Bruce Banner, which didn't work at all because she doesn't have rage issues. So you can tell the people that were saying this stuff never read the comic, and that showed itself because nobody bought the comic.
Isn't that like 90% of the crowd that tries to jump in?
Yeah. So
she's more like Deadpool than she is the Incredible Hulk. Yeah. She's always been more like
which
Deadpool.
Is hilarious.
Yeah. She because when people got mad at the show, I'm like, y'all have not read the comic book, have you? Because she literally breaks the fourth wall a lot of the time in the comics. Like that was one of her things. She did it before Deadpool was doing it.
Yeah.
Deadpool was far worse with it, but
Deadpool just like way worse. Deadpool started talking to the editor while you're reading.
Look, can for my next scene, can we not have them?
Basically, like, bruh. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, and it didn't work out. They wound up having to go right back to normal because like it was stupid, and especially when you think about the reason why Jennifer don't look like her cousin is because she don't get mad like that.
She just Bruce, got the
Bruce has issues. She don't.
which also was a knock against the TV show for saying that she's got more anger issues than Bruce. Like no,
she don't. She can control it.
She's never had anger issues like Bruce.
She can actually control it. She didn't have a problem. So Bruce always had that underlying issue. So that was that. But I because when they showed the trailer and they showed Wolverine, Storm, Rocket Raccoon, Beta Ray Bill, and it was like Ghost Rider was in this last trailer. I'm like, this is gonna be a nice little lineup they got.
Yeah.
For a beat 'em up.
Right.
So, but the problem is they keep saying 2025, but they ain't putting no release date. I'm like, bro, we got like 2 more months. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, from what I played, I mean, it's only one level. It's not like you get deep into this demo.
I ain't think they were gonna do that. No. Mm-hmm. So okay, well, I'll queue up my because I can use my Elite controller or my 8-bit one of my 8-bit those to play it. So
we ain't gonna get an announcement until the day of drop.
That one probably get shadow drop. Like I think that's gonna get like
it's gonna be
we're
gonna get another Switch partner direct, and that's what's going on.
It's gonna be a Silk Song situation, and it's gonna be like, hey, after this is over with, just going to get it.
Yeah, it's one of the franchises that you don't have to advertise it. Just say it's out and let people go buy it. Yeah.
And that's what the other thing. I'm like, they should have never stopped doing beat 'em ups. I'm like,
problem was everybody following trends. When everybody got on following trends and they stopped doing different types of games, like arcade shooters stopped showing up.
Yeah.
Rail shooters disappeared. Well, like you have all these game types that people could be playing that you could be developing and building up something better from. but y'all just stopped to follow a trend of what's got popular.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo stopped making zappers and super scopes, and I'm like, man, well, my money for my accessory. I put away money for accessories, and y'all didn't even let me spend it.
Yeah. You physically had to throw that money away.
Yeah,
But,
no,
yeah.
Like, you're useless to me.
All right, so first topic for tonight, since it is October, so just like to know from the games that you have played, like you own, not because I don't own everything, because like I said, we get way more games than we ever got before, and there's no way I can play all of them. So from the games that you have played, what's your game of the year so far, Andre? Starting with you.
You already know the answer. Art of Vengeance. You already know the answer.
Hey, boy, you on that?
Hey, to be fair, from the music to the level design to the boss battles, like it's like Streets of Rage 4 to me. I'm like, and they upped it from that, so I'm like, I gotta give them props.
It feels so good to play. And it doesn't have the timeline issues like freaking Ninja Gaiden does.
Yeah.
And it's straight and to the point. It's actually straight and to the point.
Everything just works. There's no major problem with playing that game unless you are just uncoordinated.
Yeah.
Which I can't help you with that.
Yeah, and it's challenging without being frustrating.
Yeah, it ain't no Silk Song situation.
Yeah. So yeah, I can see that. Jack, what about you? What you got so far?
So now I have to give a disclaimer from my selection. Okay. I've never played this game before now. So of course, I played it now. I'm close to finishing the game. But while most would expect me to select Donkey Kong, it's Galaxy 2. I've never played Galaxy 2 before it came out on the Switch. Like, did I have opportunities to play it? For sure. But even in the scene of how I could play it, even with emulation, I had all the tools to play it the way that it was intended. I had the sensor bar that plugged into mode 2. I had Wiimotes with the nunchuck. I had all of it. It's just, I don't know. Some things just don't click until like later on sometimes with me. Because like there'll be, whether it's songs, movies, whatever, I'm like, that didn't just sit right with me at the time I tried to watch it or play it or listen to it. And then when this came out, I had played Galaxy 1. Like I was cool. Like there were times where I would play Galaxy 1 and be damn near falling asleep. Not saying that the game is bad. It's just, I don't know. It was at that point in time, it just didn't sit right with me. So when I played 2, even getting into like, I think I'm in the 5th world right now. There's so much polish and detail and the maneuvers, the boss battles, the different galaxies, the way you maneuver from planet to planet, the way you traverse across all the planets. Like this is solid freaking game. Like the music is solid. Like most games I can play without music, or I can just throw headphones on and listen to whatever I want to listen to. But you want to listen to the music to this game. Seeing some of the changes happen, especially with some of the power-ups, like for the firepower. I'm so accustomed to getting that, and then like, all right, cool, I got it. I didn't know it was timed. Like so like it threw me off. I'm like, hold on, I'm about to lose his power. I thought I could just grab his power up and call it a day. But no, and then it adds more challenge to the game. Trying to find all of the like the little, what are those things, the little coins or whatever, and then like the coins, the bits, you got like the little fake stars that come in, whatever. I forget the name of them, but then apparently there's green stars now that you get later on, and the purple coins. Like there's a lot of stuff to collect eventually, but you don't get it doesn't get thrown at you all up front. Like some of the stuff comes later on as you're traversing through the game. But if I had to say like right now, and I know we got few games coming out for the rest of the year, I think another one that could take this over would be Legends of Zelda. Could take it over. Kirby Air Riders can easily take it over for me, and then Metroid could take it over. So those are the 3 games that could beat it. But honestly, even though I love Donkey Kong and I almost 100% it, is just finding those doggone records is
a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It's very daunting. There was, and this is the one critique that I agree with everybody on, no matter if they spoke everything else as false. The boss battles are just too damn easy until you get like to the very last 2. They're just it's just super easy fights. But I think you could tell the focus is more in playing around in the world and tearing stuff up and trying to do the whole collectathon thing. So still a solid game, but if I had to say what my game of the year is for right now, it's got to be Galaxy 2.
See, right now I'm thinking of 3 games. Shinobi is one of them.
Okay.
Donkey Kong is the other one.
Okay.
And for some reason, I'm just loving Doom: The Dark Ages, man.
Really?
I'm loving that game. I don't know what it is. It's like I like the fact that one, they focused on the actual story.
Okay.
Instead of like having their focus split all over the place with multiplayer and all that. No, just focus on the story because you got lore to it.
Yeah.
And I'm just enjoying what they put in. I got a Gundam fight in there.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the
There's a Gundam fight. I got a Panzer Dragoon fight in there. I'm like, bro, I like what they did with that. Donkey Kong, just because I ain't gonna lie, I love the Odyssey engine. The Odyssey engine just works. And despite the issues that I have with, especially like them goddamn records, I do like how they set stuff up. And I think, and I'm kind of torn because they did that with Odyssey 2, where like the boss fights are easy, but I think that's because really we ain't supposed to be playing it. It's like, so I'm thinking that's what it was for. Why it's like that, and plus they want you to play around in each level. They want you to do that.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. And Shinobi just bring back good memories. And then on top of that, the way they made the fighting make it smooth. Once you get the hang of it, bro, that game is fast. It runs smooth. It's everything.
Yeah. So I could see why you brought Shinobi into it, because like even playing Shinobi, because I think I may have played a Shinobi game back on the Sega Genesis. Like I may have played Shinobi, but playing this one, I'm like, okay, the movement solid. Like you said earlier before we came on, you're gonna have to go back to these levels. You cannot 100% a level. You're not. Just how everything works, the transitioning into the different combos, the powers that you unlock, and how you can tie those into the combos, and the rage arts. Like it's everything is just freaking solid. And then, like you said, even for the boss battles, the way you transition into them, and you saw all of them in the beginning. And it's like, ooh, I'm looking at the beginning. I'm like, ooh, you might be a problem. You might be a problem. You might be a problem.
But once you start leveling up, you move like
getting in them.
Once you get into your skills, they ain't really. They're not as hard as they look.
Now there's one real quick. There's one that I thought was gonna be a super problem. I just ran into him. And I washed the floor with him. He was like the guy with the glasses. He has like the sword he controls with his hand.
Oh, you talking about the dude like a floor manager?
Yeah. And I beat the brakes. I barely touched the ground. I just and he just spinning that sword around. I was like, you can keep spinning it. I'm gonna keep spinning these hands. Like it's whatever. Like it's whatever, Fiverr. It's whatever.
That's what I said. Like he gotta be, man. I'm sorry. Like Joe Musashi needs to be on that next Smash Bros. Game. He needs to be. Just so he can throw him in the 1986 timeline with Link and everybody else. Joe Musashi need to be in there, because that dude deserves to be in there. But yeah, that game is just Now, what I think is probably going to overtake it for me is more than likely, and I fully admit I am a Metroid fanboy. So I admit there's two games I'm fanboy for: Legend of Zelda and Metroid.
Metroid, yeah.
So it's probably they gave her a bike. They gave her a bike, and plus,
but Jay, you're riding a bike around in an empty desert.
It's a freaking desert. It ain't supposed to be populated. also,
I'm telling you right now, that desert is not empty. You're gonna fight a boss fight on that bike.
It's gonna be a sandworm in there. It's gonna be a sandworm.
You're gonna have a boss fight on that bike. I know you will. Whether it's your first time going through or your second time where you think everything's secure and that motherfucker just pop up out of nowhere. You're gonna have a boss fight on that bike.
I forgot about Age of Imprisonment too.
But yeah, I'm saying like Age of Imprisonment. Yeah. The other thing that I'm waiting to see. Is Silas gonna take out Lex Luthor for greatest hater of the year.
Lex
for
Luthor, greatest hater of
2025.
the year.
Like, hey, dude, if y'all saw that Superman movie, Lex Luthor, he had
Big
generational
hater.
levels of hate. That was generational levels of hate.
You got to be a different type of hater to where you can have somebody else fight Superman and know his every freaking move. Like how close you got to watch somebody to know exactly what they gonna do and when they gonna do it to where somebody can beat the brakes off of it. Like that's crazy.
And then still be pissed off. I'm like, bro.
Yeah,
like,
Lex Luthor is something else.
I'm like,
goodness.
I gotta give Silence props because Silence ain't saying nothing, but the way he came in the first trailer, just like,
he just show up.
Like, I've been waiting for you.
This is why I think they need to do a remaster of Metroid Prime Hunters too, just to give people that backstory for everybody that don't know.
Yeah, because it looked like he was like, "Oh, they're gonna find you, did you? Well, I got you now."
I ain't sure enough.
Yeah, playtime's over, Samus. Like, oh, hey, he going afro, like Silas going afro, got a red gi on. Stick a little, don't he? Like, when did it turn to Barry Gordy's and Metroid Prime?
Right.
But yeah,
that's why I really want that game to get a remaster and put it out so everybody can actually see what happened, what caused him to have such a generational beef with her.
And then also the multiplayer on that game was off the chain, dude.
Yeah,
that multiplayer was awesome.
It would be worth it just for that.
Yeah, so I got to give it, and for that to be on the DS, yeah. That's why I never doubt when Nintendo's main teams work on a game. I'm like, yeah, I don't talk trash. I just play it. Talk trash, I just play it.
Just play it and see where it go.
I talked trash one time, and it was with Wind Waker.
I
would never talk trash again. I'm like, that's like one of the best Zelda games ever. And I'm sitting here like, I hate it on this because I'm so sorry.
Because look. Everybody hated on it because we saw the first look. It was like, what is this?
Yeah. And coming from the Space World demo where you see Ganondorf and Link fighting in the throne room, I'm like, that's what I wanted. What's this cartoon bull? And then you find out how dark that game is. Like,
it's like, yeah.
Look,
I apologize, Nintendo. I apologize.
I apologize. I ain't know Ganondorf got down like that. Damn. Oh.
and for him to take a brutal death like that, I'm just still like, man.
And then find out he wasn't completely in the wrong. But
right.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay.
Look, right. Link only did what he did because he had to do it, not because he wanted to do it.
No, he really didn't handle it. It was at that point because he wasn't gonna stop. Ganondorf wasn't gonna stop. He wasn't gonna stop. He was like, no, damn this. I'm winning or everybody dying.
Hey, one or the other.
One or the other. So which one do you want to be?
And Link was like, well, no choice.
You kidnapped my sister. All I needed was your excuse.
Right.
He just went ahead with, what was it, Beowulf? Jumping off the mountain?
Yeah, Beowulf. Yeah, he Beowulf. All right, so we got a question on Twitter this week from one of the guys that usually comes through, Joe B. And I thought it was a good question I wanted to ask you guys. So the question was, if Iwata was still alive and in good health and still in charge, do you think he would have went with the premium SDXC cards, the Extreme Pro Elite, instead of the Express cards for Switch 2?
If he would have went with which ones?
The regular SDXCs, not the Express.
Oh, okay.
No, he would have definitely upgraded to the micro. Micro SD Express.
I said that because he was a forward thinker. Mm-hmm. Like, Iwata was always thinking 10 steps ahead of everybody. Once again, if you had not had the chance to read Ask Iwata, that book, please read it. That dude, I'm like, yeah, he wasn't that dude you wanted to mess with.
Yeah.
He really wasn't. He knew his stuff. He was always thinking 10 steps ahead. And on top of that, if you pissed him off, he was going to destroy you with a smile on his face. Hence, rest in peace, E3.
Right.
And Western gaming journalism. Like, y'all did that to yourself. Y'all asked for that.
Listen, two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the process, making both of his competitors do the same thing he did.
I'm curious to see if you know, and I know the question is geared more towards the SD cards, but I'm curious if looking at the landscape of how gaming is and of course the pricing with everything, would he have just opted to reconfigure the Switch in a way to where it was affordable but yet still kind of able to play you know, the more current games, or if he would have just said, you know, forget it, we're just going with a different design to where it can be affordable.
That's the $1 million question, because the thing was he was hands on with pretty much the majority of stuff. So I could see him like them putting out the Switch 2, but then him finding a way to keep that Switch running.
Yeah, because that's my whole thing. Because I know he was all about making sure everybody was able to play.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, we're not in the space to where you can make too much of anything affordable.
Not
Especially
right
when we're
now,
talking,
anyway.
not right now. And so I'm curious if he would have been like, all right, cool, we got what we got now, and he was like, all right, I just take the pay cut to make sure this shit cheaper, or would he just say, you know what, let's go a different route because it is just too costly, and I don't think the masses would be entertained with the 450 or the 500 price point.
Although I do think he would have found a way to bring back the Wii U.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
because that was his baby. The Wii U was his baby, and I'm like, if you look at what the Wii U was doing in the first 3 years before, like they had to start cutting stuff off because it just wasn't making money. Like that thing was doing stuff better than what Sony and Microsoft was doing, and that's no cap.
Heck, even with the stripped down version of freaking
TV.
That's not what I'm talking about. But even with the stripped down version of freaking Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah,
because we know it was a stripped down version since we got all the features now.
Yeah.
Even with a stripped down version of Breath of the Wild, it was still doing more than both the PS4 and Xbox One were doing at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know people don't want to believe that, but it's the truth. The Wii U was ahead of its time. Like, and I know we still have Miiverse, which is.
Oh yeah, if he was around, we would still have Miiverse, but the name of it would be different. It would probably be at this point probably be Switchverse. And
it'll probably have its own. It'll have its own website. It'll have its own website for people to do everything it needs to do.
And more than likely, have it. It would also be not dedicated, but it would also be blended into the OS of the game of the console. More than likely.
Yeah, because that's like I said. If you haven't had a chance to, please, whether it's Kindle or not, just get Ask Iwata, and I promise you to give you a good viewpoint into how he thought and everything. Because like I get why he was tabbed as a successor.
Yeah,
I get that, because like, bro, dude was a genius, and then on top of that, if you mess with him, he gonna smile. He gonna be polite. You ain't gonna last 6 months. Cause dude, how long was IGN complaining? They did that mess to him in what, 2013?
Oh yeah.
With all the mistranslations and all that.
Came back like a real one.
That first direct hit, then the second one, then 2014 E3, when they just did a straight up direct presentation at Treehouse Live, and after that, everybody was like, wait a minute, are they showing actual gameplay? They're not showing a trailer? But that's the game. And how much they spent? Wait a minute, they didn't spend. Why did we spend $25 million on a? We can do that. Then Microsoft was like, wait a minute, why am I at y'all things? I have a whole theater. What am I doing? I got a whole theater. Man, I ain't going over there. Y'all come to me. Y'all come here. So, yeah. And at that point, it was like, hey, y'all did this to yourselves, man. Y'all did that to yourselves. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I agree. I think the idea that, or the concept we were all thinking was going to happen with the Switch being kind of like the Wii U with the Switch 2, I think he would have found everything in his damn power to make that come to fruition.
Yeah, I think still technically plausible. It's just
For sure.
they more about managing this. Like when Shelf was having that conversation online throughout the week, it's more about managing the power of the batteries.
Yeah.
And the different switch units than anything. Oh, and making sure that the system isn't overloaded. But it's still plausible to do it. It just would take a little bit of work.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean that's pretty interesting. But I mean, right now, if we're talking about the games, you ain't got no choice but to go with the express cards. Like you just don't have a choice.
It is what it is. Just how things have evolved. So that's why I like the whole game key card thing. I understand why people are upset, but I also think that they don't understand. But I also think they don't understand what they're talking about either.
True.
Because like when you hear the developers say, "Hey, look, we're doing this because it helps us do this, this, and this," you're still mad, which that doesn't make sense. Like if you're getting an explanation from the people who are making the game, not from your favorite YouTuber, but from the people who making the game, and they're telling you, "Hey, this is why we did this. This game card situation actually helps us do this, this, and this, and we can actually bring these games over." But you're still upset because what?
They have the idea that they've already been pitching is one they're going to stick with.
Yeah,
I don't care how many developers come out and say, "Hey, it's a speed issue, it's a cost thing, it's whatever."
Yeah.
They don't want to hear it. They just want to hear this company is greedy, and that's what I know, and that's what I believe. So therefore, that's what it is. Like that's just what it is when it comes down to it. But because a lot of us never even thought about the obvious when we saw the numbers eventually, but none of us thought about it being a speed issue. You would think if a game is coming out on this cart, then I mean all the P's and Q's might have been looked at and thought about. Not once did I ever say, "Oh, maybe the cartridge is too damn slow to run the game." I never
thought of that either.
About that. So
I wouldn't have thought that anyway, because you think that they would have done, since they're doing upgraded versions of everything, speed would have been one of the things that would have been upgraded on the cartridges.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I mean, if you're gonna say to me like, okay, the Switch 2 cartridge is faster and faster than the Switch 1, then I'm like, okay, then that means you got to be up to standard. But if you're saying like, hey, it still ain't up to par, and I get it too. Like I think a lot of people need to understand as well. Nintendo doesn't make these cartridges.
No,
if I came to you as a manufacturer and I was like, hey, look, most of these games need to run at like 800 megabits per second. And you're like, well, I mean, we're making them stronger, but we ain't got the technology right now to make them that fast. But, the SD cards are there because let's be for real, the SD cards just dropped before the Switch 2 came out.
Yeah.
So who in their right mind would think that cartridges of all things would be ahead of the SD cards? Like all of this is going to take time. It's going to be a catch-up game. I think right now, a lot of people are pissed off. The prices are already going down for the SD Express cards. Like Lexar is already dropping.
Those are going down because of the Switch 2, though, because people have bought a bunch of them.
Because people have bought them, so they're recouping their money. So now, and I think that's another thing that I think I've seen only a handful of creators mention. Like, y'all have to go back to when we started getting into SD cards. When them hoes drop, it's expensive. Like
at first.
But 9 times out of 10, you're not thinking of your console as the one that has to go and get the SD cards. They've taken them out of our phones. So really, if you're thinking about SD cards, you're thinking about using it for something around your house. But by the time you're thinking about it, they've already gone through the first run. So by the time you're thinking about it, they're already at their lowest price versus the ones that got into it out the gate. Like they the ones that paid the cost for you to pay it lower.
Because the only thing I'm worried about, and we've talked about this before, these file sizes are just way too big. And so if you're complaining about that, but you don't have a problem when you're on your Xbox or your PS5 Pro, when you have to download the game anyway, I buy physical only. It ain't on the media that you bought it on. So what are you talking about? And both of them are saying, if you go to Microsoft's store or Sony store, they're going to say key card. So some of these games, it is what it is. So we do got a question from Dark Void. I've seen the news about Microsoft, and he asked, "What do you think? What do you think they should do to get themselves back right?" Here's the problem with Microsoft, and I know me and Shadowfox have said this on multiple occasions. Satya don't care.
No, he doesn't.
No, he
doesn't. He don't care. He do not care.
He would be happy if the Xbox division disappeared tomorrow.
Yeah, he would not shed a tear. He would not lose any sleep. So the thing is, and I know people are going to talk about the Activision situation. Here's the problem with the Activision situation, because people already like, see, the FTC chairman, she was right. No, she wasn't. And I'll tell you why she wasn't. Because you know who else was looking at buying Activision? Because Activision was getting bought one way or the other. They were trying to get Kodak out of there. So it was getting bought one way or the other. Tencent was looking at him. That the Saudi group was looking at him. Google, Amazon, Apple. It wasn't just Microsoft. So one of these $1 trillion companies was buying them. I would rather go with Microsoft than go with Google, who, let's be honest, Google gets stuff and be like,
that's a one night stand, boy.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Who was like, "Ooh, I got this new thing," and then
I'm bored. Yeah. Then you got Tencent, which that
nobody should want them to be.
Yeah. Then you have the Saudi. I forgot what the name of the group is, but it's the group that handles their.
It's their public it's like their public fund or something like that.
Yeah, but they're $1 trillion. There's $1 trillion in that too. They was looking at it, and then it's Amazon. And if you talk about being behind a paywall, wait till you have to pay Amazon Prime. Have to have Amazon Prime to access Call of Duty.
Yeah, that would have definitely been the thing,
and that was gonna happen. So look, I get it. You hate Microsoft because they evil. I completely understand. But the problem was it was 6 other ones that were looking right dead at them. So it's not like it was gonna be. And each one of them have their own problems. And I'll leave it at that. I will leave it at that. I'm not arguing with nobody about it. You have your opinion about it. That's cool. But that's how I see it. So
yeah.
I to get themselves back right, I don't know what they do, because number one, when they were buying all them studios up before, I was like, all right, y'all done bought like 10 of these mugs and they ain't done nothing yet.
Nothing.
So my thing was, y'all got the rare catalog. Tell one, you don't get to make your own ambitious vision of CS. Make Jet Force Gemini 2.
Man, that's the one thing I'm worried about, because they go under, Xbox goes under.
Yeah,
all of that is likely to just be lost, because Microsoft proper is not going to hold on to it.
And my thing is, like, the rare stuff, sell it back to Nintendo.
Just give it back. Just give it back.
Yeah,
give it back.
And that's the thing. Like when you talk, it was all those other companies, and I'm like, bro, I'd rather go with the devil I know than the ones. And to be fair, I know Google and Amazon was gonna be on that BS. Tencent, I don't know what they would have did. The Saudi group, I don't know what they would have did. But Amazon and Google, we always said Google. They get bored too quick.
I would definitely prefer Amazon over Google.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, I would prefer Amazon over Google, because Amazon, I'm already a Prime member, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm already a Prime member.
But I'd have been like, oh, Activision games and Amazon Prime games for free, cool.
Works for me. Works for me.
Yeah, like that right there would get me. I don't have Prime. I've never had Prime other than just like the free trials. But if they add like Luna to that,
Luna is part of it now.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Luna's a part of it, and you get games that you get to keep on your account even if your Prime account expires.
That's one service you don't ever hear about. Like, they don't say no numbers.
I've done videos of it, but nobody.
They just, but every Prime Day that controller show up.
That's facts.
And they got bundles for Luna and the Fire Sticks for your TV and stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
because they are now bundling Amazon Music, Luna, and games, and they're bundling all that together into one service along with Twitch.
So that's why I was like, when you would have had to go to the Prime to get Call of Duty, I was gonna get mad. So I'm like, I'd have been like, okay, I'm already stamped. I'm already stamped. No problem. That's what I'm saying. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, what was you gonna do? There was no other way. It was getting sold regardless. It don't matter if you're mad about it or not. The truth of the matter was it was getting sold. Activision was going to get sold. Yeah. Period. Somebody was buying them. Yeah. Now, Sony was mad, but Sony couldn't afford it. That's just being honest. Sony could not afford them.
And there's a difference between revenue and profit, people.
Yeah. Nintendo didn't need them. Again, they proved that through 3 generations in a row. We don't really need your games.
Yeah.
Bruh. All we gotta do is put the game everybody want to boycott against it in November, and we'll see what happens.
Pokemon always won that belt. Pokemon always won
that. That's the best sales tactic right there.
What y'all gonna put up against it? Pokemon. This game that y'all boycotting?
Exactly.
But I will check out the Switch Lite we got for it too.
Right. But I will say
to sell merchandise.
The question was like, how do they get back right? I don't think they're in a bad place right now. I really don't. And I think you have to look at the bigger grand scheme of both what Jay and Shadow been saying and kind of the landscape of gaming, whether you include mobile in that or not, that's up to you.
Yeah.
But you have to look at the landscape. And the reason why I always like mention Luna, because it's always like that quiet redhead stepchild that don't nobody talk about, but it's still around. And it came out around right before Stadia, like around that time frame.
It was right after Stadia.
Right after.
And so it's still out here. Now, granted, if Amazon's putting money into it and just eating the cost, that's on them. But you don't hear anything about it. It's not included in any of the conversations, but everybody continues to dog out Game Pass and xCloud. So
I ain't gonna lie to you, Luna actually is comparable when it comes down to streaming too. So,
and I would imagine it is because Amazon has their own infrastructure. Like they don't have to go and get it from anybody else. So when the question comes, how do they get back right? One, you have to identify like, okay, well, where are they going wrong? Because in the eyes of YouTube, Microsoft is burning. They've increased the price of Game Pass to $30 on the ultimate side, but they did give you more, whether you look at it as a value or not. They gave you more with the Ubisoft nonsense, and then also the Fortnite situation as well, to where like I didn't even know Fortnite had a subscription service.
I didn't either. I
had no clue. So when I look at the $30 of Game Pass, I'm looking at xCloud, which they keep pushing like, okay, xCloud is a part of this. At some point, they're going to move xCloud away from Game Pass. Like it's going to be its own separate entry point for anybody that's purchased a brand new phone from Android or from Google in general. They keep pushing like, oh, we're going to give you Gemini for 6 months free or for a year for free. And then Gemini is going to be its own thing. You got to come out the pocket for it, depending on if you want to go the Sora route or if you want to, which is I think what $250 a month, or you go with like the little lower end or deals that don't do as much. I think that's where it's going to get to. Hey, you want xCloud? Here's the solo price, Game Pass solo price, or you can do the bundles. Now, where do they go as far as like consoles and things of that nature? Once again, I'll say it 10 times over. I told y'all before, there is no next console in the console sense for Xbox. This is going to be a hybrid PC. That's they showing you right now with the ROG Ally with this Xbox. Whether you talk about them just stamping their name on stuff and not doing anything different, it puts them in play to do these bundles. So let me give you an example. The same idea that I gave for Sony, Xbox can do it right now. Sony has to wait for this to happen, but Xbox can do it right now. You can get when that Ally X, so the Ally X drops in 3 days. So the Xbox Ally and the Ally X drops in 3 days. Whether you go with the lower one, which I think is like 600, or the higher one that's closer to 1,000, you can get that device. Now, I would say in reality, just keep your Ally X if you got one, but that ain't for me to call. So you have that with the Xbox branding. Then you know that they did earlier this year, if not last year. They gave you and they sold it while it was limited edition. It still does the same thing. The Xbox Quest 3. They did this with the VR side of the house. And then they dropped their own PC/console handheld. They are essentially trying to be in a space to where they can get you on this xCloud situation and also the Play Anywhere. They really don't care about the hardware aspect of it, But if I go this Game Pass route, if I want xCloud, if I want to be able to play everything, people have to understand there are some people that buy consoles and then the games have to come later. Like, I just dropped a solid 5 on this console. If this didn't come with games or demos, I ain't playing shit. Like, I just don't have nothing to play. Like, it just ain't happening. So, like, I saw a lot of people clowning other people of like, oh, I canceled my Game Pass, but then realized, oh shoot, that was my entire library. Anybody like I don't think that's happening to most people. They know what it is. And even if you don't want to, even if you deem $30 a month is expensive, you have to identify what it is that you play. If you say to yourself, like, all right, cool, I normally would cop like 4 or 5 games a year. And let's say they ran at $60, you're over 300, which puts you right there at the Game Pass price point. But then you also got more games to play. So you have to determine the value. But I think with Xbox, they figured it out. Like, console space, we're not going to win because we can't get anything popping in Japan. Sony and Nintendo got all the stuff sewn up. As far as a handheld, we're not going to go into detail on making one ourselves, even though like there's rumors that they're canceling it. I don't think they should have done it in the first place. Just stick with letting let ROG do that, let everybody else do that. You just put your name on it, just stamp your name on it.
Yeah.
So
the Soldier Boy method.
Thank you. Like, drop ship it. Like, like that's just what it is. Because at this point, you got them doing the manufacturer work, and you just kind of come behind with the UI and the software. So that way, you still have your name on it. You're still in the game, but really, you're just going to the PC side where Microsoft really is king on the PC side of the house.
And to be fair, like they're moving everything to Azure anyway.
Exactly.
So everything's going to Azure. I mean, if you work in IT, you already know that.
Exactly.
You already know everything's going to Azure. So that's why Amazon mad right now, because they might lose Nintendo and Sony on the online stuff because they probably going to go to Azure because it's going to be cheaper for them to just run it through them as opposed to Amazon.
Yep.
I mean, and they don't have to worry about, and they won't have to worry about like when you do go down, you're down for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it gets down to as well, like I said, most people don't count mobile, but if you take a look at what Luna and Netflix are doing right now, like they're making a presence. Like they're really, really making a presence. I think Apple is trying to get into that field too, because Apple Arcade still exists. Like there's like the TMNT game that came out recently, the roguelike game, that was on Apple Arcade first, and it was exclusive. So it's like there's quiet competition showing up, and it's one of those things to where if you go to Netflix right now, they're going to throw up there, oh, play these games that's either on TV or go to your mobile and play them. They still got all 3 Grand Theft Autos. Like they still got what was it? I want to say, was it Hades or what is that other roguelike game? I keep forgetting, but they have games. So I feel like Xbox is going to play it smart. They have King, you know, and they can have the mobile games that churn out, but at the same time, we have such an influx of mobile controllers that are showing up. So if I'm Microsoft and I'm like, all right, cool. If you don't want to buy our handheld, you don't have to. What you can do is you can get this console and then take your cell phone, and you're probably gonna see an Xbox styled backbone controller or something from GameSir and say,
hey, sure that already exists.
Probably does. And like just partner this with your phone or get our Xbox controller like you did before, clip it on there and put your phone on there, and then have either xCloud or Play Anywhere games on your phone for a handheld situation. Like they're going to find a way to make this work. Now, I think ultimately Microsoft will like to get rid of them, but they're not going to get rid of them in a sense to where they're going to get rid of that subscription service. You spent too much time and money into it. Yeah. So if that means that we have to wait and hold on to Xbox until the cloud service gets to the point to where it's sustainable and is actually like solid, then we'll do it. But
they can afford to do it.
Yeah, they can afford to do it. But right now, you think about cloud, Play Anywhere, and Game Pass. Those are the 3 front runners, and those are going to be the ones that are there for sure. But like Dark Angel said, the stats came out. Most people don't buy a lot of games. They really don't, because free to play games are here. to where I can just jump into it and I'll spend a couple of dollars here and there just to make sure I get the cosmetics I want. Hell, we just saw Fortnite. They just did K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yep.
You know it. You know it went through the roof. They ain't showcase numbers, but you ain't got to tell me.
They don't have to. They don't have to.
They don't have
Dude, when they put Star Wars, they put Dragon Ball in there, when they do, they don't have to show numbers no more. We already know what it is.
It entices me to go play the damn game, and I don't want to buy cosmetics. But the fact that I watch K-pop Demon Hunter so damn much, it's like, okay, I can go play as them. Same thing with Dragon Ball. Like, I can go play as Goku. And they have some differences to them to where it will warrant you to even do that. Because I think with Rumi, throw a bomb and you go inside the bomb and they're playing Golden. Like, concerts, I guarantee you, K-pop Demon Hunter is going to have a concert in Fortnite.
Oh, dude, if whatchamacallit had a concert, you know they getting one. You know they getting one. That's par for the course.
Yes. So these free to play games, they're going to be here to stay. You got the sports fans. You got the ones, even though the meme goes around, if it ain't a ball or a gun, then it ain't playing. Like it's some people that just genuinely don't play unless you're shooting something or shooting a ball. Like it comes down to that, and they buy those games annually, but they don't try nothing else.
Yeah, they don't.
So people got to realize, like, I think Microsoft is on the right footing. Like, whether
for what they want to do.
For what they want to do.
Yeah.
But they'll stay around. I think the people having this idea that they're gone, they'll be around. They ain't going nowhere.
The only way that happens is, like I said, because look, I knew Satya was like that, was about that life with what he did to Nokia. So don't think that like they can't be gone tomorrow. Don't test.
They can be.
Yeah, don't test
his today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah, do not test that. Do not test that man's gangster. He will pull your card. He will. So I think, like, as far as the Game Pass situation, I know people have their thoughts about it. But I think that worked out for them.
Yeah,
it did. Whether you agree with it or not, it worked out for what they want to do. So I just at this point, and I said this back when they bought all them studios the first time. Like, dude, y'all should be putting stuff out. Like, I don't mind y'all buying up the indies, trying to keep them from going under, but at the same time, they ain't doing nothing. And then you got Rare Center there bringing a game called Everwater. They don't even know what it is. When I'm like, you have a list of games in your portfolio that they could have been working on. You know what I'm saying? And they could have did that. That could have been a side project or something, so they figured out what they want to do with it. But you had a list, and that's where I think they messed up, in my opinion. If I was thinking about it from my purview, was basically like, you have a list of games that you could have easily had sequels to that probably would have made y'all a lot of money.
Yep.
Had you did it. Because once again, Perfect Dark is not rocket science.
No.
It should not have done this. That game should have been out. But if you're trying to make, you already got Halo, you already got Call of Duty, you don't have to do what they're doing in those. You just don't. That's why I think one of the best things Bethesda did with Doom Dark Ages was, we chopping multiplayer. We don't need it. That's the best thing they could have did. Just make an action game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think multiplayer gets leaned on a little too much nowadays. Yeah, it really does.
Too much. So, that's just because when I had Game Pass, I was using it as a rental service. I ain't gonna lie. And the only reason why I don't have it now is because I just don't have time with my job and stuff I have to do. I don't have time. So to me, it wasn't beneficial for me to keep having it because I didn't have time. Now, back when I had time, I enjoyed it because, like I said, I used it as a rental service. So I try a game out. Okay, if I liked it, I go ahead and buy it. If I didn't, I didn't buy it. Yeah. And that saved me because they didn't do demos like that back then. They had stopped doing demos.
Yeah, they still don't know. For the most part.
So you're lucky if you get one even after the game gonna come out. So you're lucky if you do get one. So it's that. So yeah, and I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't want Microsoft to go nowhere. Because I didn't want Sega to go nowhere.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? I think we do need at least 3 there so everybody can keep everybody in check.
Man, if I had the money, I'll go fund that. Hey, Sega, Come back.
Come
Now,
back.
this is what you got to do. Don't
Yeah.
pull with the BS you pulled before. I only got enough money for one console. We're gonna make this work. Like,
Yeah, you can't. You're not gonna be allowed to make one console and then 2.5 years later make another one. No, we're not doing that because we need to get a return on our investment. So that's that. So we got a new Pixar style trailer this week from Nintendo.
Hey.
Nobody knew what it was. When you first saw it that first day, I'm like, is Nintendo doing another movie? And they ain't tell nobody because it looked like a Pixar thing, but couldn't find out it was Pikmin. Well, you probably would have known that if you heard the whole video all the way through, because at the end and in the beginning you heard the Pikmin music.
I watched it silent because it popped up on my phone, and I was like, Rosalina? Like, because
you
saw her moving around, I was like, oh, she's using the powers as a baby, so this is where she came from.
Like, cool. But I heard that Pikmin music. Like, are they doing a new Pikmin game? Not telling nobody, but they did come out and say it was a Pikmin. It was Pikmin related. Well, the Pikmin were in there. So what y'all think? Y'all think Pikmin would that be 5?
No, I don't think it's a Pikmin 5. I mean, it would be 5, but
I think it's going to be a side game, if anything.
Either or a mobile joint, because they did do Pikmin Bloom. But yeah, I think that might be a mobile joint, or this might just really be them showing the studio getting in their bag.
Yeah, because they do have the Nintendo Picture Studio, so
yeah,
I would not be surprised if they made some stuff.
Oh, can you imagine? Like, I know this would be years down the road, but they just say, you know what? We appreciate you, Illumination Studios. We appreciate you, Universal, but we will be now making our own movies in-house now.
That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. You know that's what they're going to do. I'm waiting for them to make their own anime. I'm waiting for them to make their own anime studio. Oh, yeah. I know they're going to do it. Dude, they got IG.
Been calling for that
Shaft.
idea.
They got IG, Shaft, and I forgot the other one, Studio 4 Degrees to do them Kid Icarus shorts. They got the Star Fox thing that I'm still waiting for episode 2 for them. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know y'all gonna do it. I know y'all gonna do it. And once again, the Akira Himekawa's Legend of Zelda manga, all that manga that they did, they said that's canon. So I'm expecting that to get made into anime at some point. Yeah. I'll bring the time for the win. I'm expecting that one and Twilight Princess to get made into anime. Yeah. I'm just saying. So I would not be surprised by that, to be fair, if they did that. Like, they getting their feet wet. They letting Illumination do it because they know what they're doing. And you know Miyamoto taking notes.
Yep.
So I'm sitting there like, yeah, he's learning the game and taking notes. And I'm like, yeah. So I would not be surprised if about 5-10 years they'd be like, yeah, we got this. Y'all good. Thank you. Then, we appreciate you.
And then they'll let Kojima finally make the movie he wants to make, man.
No.
Well, Keely ain't gonna have, because if he do something for Nintendo, you know, Keely can't have that at the Keelys. Can't have that at the Keelys. Like he loves himself some Kojima, but he can't have Nintendo getting any shine at the Keelys. He can't do that. Their award has to go on in the side thing. They can't go on stage. They gotta go on the side thing. Because last time we let somebody on stage, people got mad because I told him to wrap it up.
Look, you know what? I was about to go somewhere with that, and I'm gonna leave it alone because it's not appropriate. But just know it's Kojima, Keely, and wrap it up. That's all I'm gonna say. So
that's why I need my boy Joseph to have another game come out so we can have some fun.
Look at my babies.
Game awards. I need to have another game coming out because, dude, Joseph is that dude that always makes the Game Awards special.
Always. Real quick, before it slips my mind, Dark Angel, you know what? I appreciate you for putting this post up. I ain't never in my life seen so many people bitch and complain about a company that made something wanting people to use it. It's asinine.
But you know, the screwed up part is people ask for them to make something like this. So it's like you bugged about it not existing, then it exists, then you don't want to use it. So what was the point of arguing?
You showed us the first one without the Pikmin, then you copyright strike us for the second one because they want you to watch it on their app, genius. That's
because you're taking their money away, obviously.
And it's nothing worse.
You're gonna take the video off their app and then repost it. They're just gonna be like, oh, cool, it's all right.
And what makes it even worse to me, what makes it worse to me is the content creators of like Nintendo don't like free advertisement. Let's stop acting like you don't get paid. Stop. Like you're at that monetization point. They don't need your free advertisement because I guarantee you they can go get a Taylor Swift or whoever to advertise something way better.
Please not ever Taylor Swift though. Please don't. Please,
look, sir.
I mean,
y'all better understand the gravity that white woman pulled the hub.
It's not that I have a problem with her. It's not that I have a problem with her.
Damn Swift.
She's got a whole following that I don't want to see.
Yeah, that fan base.
That fan base is I don't like her fan base, and I don't like Beyonce's fan base. I don't want nothing to do with either of them.
They come in droves.
It's like, look,
they really do.
Having worked a Beyonce concert and not been able to navigate my way out of the building. No. Rather not.
Hey, I just know what to draw that money in, but that's the one thing I'm like, how in the world?
If they all stay home, cool. If they all stay home, cool. But if there's an event, no. Could you imagine a Pokemon Go event with Taylor Swift and how horribly chaotic that would be?
I'm cool. I'm staying at the house and I'm hearing it from afar.
I'll stay at the house with that one.
I'm at the crib. I hear about it on the news because it's gonna make the news.
It will. It ain't gonna be good. It ain't gonna be good.
All right, so I know y'all heard about this. Ubisoft didn't want to do a version of Assassin's Creed that basically had a slave revolt. Now I've been making jokes because I saw this and I can't take credit for this joke, but like it does make sense. Somebody on Twitter pretty much said, "What, y'all don't want to make the story Catcher Freeman?" And if you watch the Boondocks, you know exactly what that reference was. And I'm sitting there like, that would have been funny as hell if they would have did that as a joke,
bro.
If they would have did like a parody Assassin's Creed with Riley and Huey, have Regina King come in to do Riley and Huey, that would have been hilarious if they would have did that.
Look, the moment that y'all posted that, because I didn't even know that they even thought about Civil War. I was like, man, y'all said Catcher Freeman. I was like, I want Ruckus. But get that, make Ruckus.
I don't know. Actually, let's do both of them. Hey, Catcher Freeman on one side and Ruckus on the other.
Ruckus, well, we gotta have Ruckus telling his version of the story.
Yeah, you got to have his commentary, but what actually happens is completely different from what he says.
Yeah,
the only time I'm excusing a company to just throw a whole bunch of niggas in a video game, like, because you can't do it without Ruckus, bro. Like, you can't do it
without Ruckus. Yeah,
like that's the only time I'm accepting a company to put coon or whatever in a dialogue, like, because you have to put in the dialogue if you're Ruckus.
Yeah, well, now people are saying, well, they did it because of the backlash from Assassin's Creed Shadows, and because I know
there's backlash, so I mean,
they were going to get backlash regardless, because bots were going to do it, and then anytime you put a black person as the main character of anything, for some reason people they can't control themselves and they can't handle it.
Heck, Yasuke ain't even the main character of the game.
He's not, but we're not even gonna go there. But the thing is, like, because I've gotten into discussions, I'd say, with certain people, because I know that story of Yasuke, and I'm like, yeah, it's actually a legit person. I mean, this is not them talking out their behind. This is, if you actually look at like the history and you actually watch documentaries, the Japanese people, they know about this guy. This is not something fake and made up.
Jay.
So it's one of those situations where people got mad, but I'm like, you're mad about a person that actually existed.
My thing is, it was never meant to be accurate history.
Yeah.
No Assassin's Creed game is.
It is.
I don't know who thought they were.
Yeah, but the thing was, I think the thing that what made people blow their gasket was Yasuke does exist. That's the point.
It was we have a black man in Japan killing Japanese people, but y'all didn't complain about a white man in Africa killing black people.
Yeah, but the other part about that too was, once again, if you look at the documentaries and you read up on history, he did participate in 2 of those battles, which means technically he did kill Japanese people. but he was doing it for Nobunaga.
Yes,
so
he participated as an asset.
Yeah, as an asset. So yeah, I mean, it was a bloody time in history. What do you? Okay.
But yet they have no problem with the white dude that went to Japan to do the exact same thing, but he did it on the behalf of England.
Yeah.
So at least the black dude was doing it on behalf of one of the feudal lords.
Yeah.
So which one we nitpicking here?
So, like I said, they should have went on. They should have said the hell with them and just did the story of Catcher Freeman.
Boy,
Assassin's Creed.
I would have ate it up.
Assassin's Creed Boondocks, the story of Catcher Freeman.
I would have ate that up. You hear me?
I would have been there day one.
I would have lived to see the upset rally.
You can't call it Assassin's Creed Boondocks. You got to call it Boondocks Creed.
Boondocks Creed. But yeah, I would have did that. But yeah, I mean, at this look, if you want to make a game, if you got a story that you feel confident behind, man, because problem is a lot of these people, and we make jokes about these boycotts all the time. Dude, every time somebody says boycott, I swear gamers don't understand what a boycott is.
No, they don't.
Every time you get something boycotted, because I remember Bayonetta 3, we were supposed to boycott Bayonetta 3.
Mm-hmm.
We supposed to boycott anytime Pokemon just exists. We supposed to boycott that.
Yeah.
Boycott Animal Crossing.
Which I will say, Digimon should be about 10 million right now, the way that they be acting about Pokemon. Digimon should be about 10 million plus right now.
Like they should have had a boycott. They should have had a boycott. If they would have had a boycott, none of this would have happened. They hit all sales goals. The way this stuff happens. That's why I'm like, I don't like if you have a good enough story, it shouldn't matter, in my opinion. Because the people that's gonna be there, they're gonna be there regardless anyway. So whatever, it is what it is. I just thought that was funny because of people saying of the whole story of Catch Freeman thing, and I'm like, dude, that would be hilarious if they would have did that. But if they wanted to make it, they should have just went ahead and made it.
Yeah,
in my opinion. They just because people would have showed up. Assassin's Creed is a big enough name; they would have showed up for it.
And people don't like you anyway. Just go ahead and seal the deal.
Yeah. So it is what it is. So what I want to do before we get out of here, since it is October and we got Halloween at the end of the month, I wanted to. What is your favorite horror moment from a non-horror game? And I will start off because I'm doing, like I said earlier, I'm doing my annual playthrough of Ocarina of Time. So my favorite is actually Child Link, Bottom of the Well, and the Shadow Temple, which is jacked up. So, so when you go back and you think about it, you're like, how did this game get an E10 plus? They're like blood on the floor. There's this thing called Dead Hand, which is the thing of nightmares. There is torture devices in the Shadow Temple where they basically tell you the Hylian people especially the royal family was taking people down there and torturing them.
Right.
How did this game get an E for everybody?
Because ain't even nobody gonna pay attention to it.
I swear they don't, man. Like every Kirby game, like the back half of Kirby games turned into some body horror, George Romero craziness, and nobody says nothing. I'm like, bruh, did y'all not play this game?
No, they just saw it and like, oh, cartoonish style. Let's go with it.
I love Kirby. I played with him on Smash Brothers. Did you play this game, man? Because at the halfway point, that dude's face melted off, and so yeah, Nintendo be like, yeah, this game's for kids.
Sure, Nintendo. Well, it's getting to that point to where if Nintendo's name comes across, maybe they just like, it's Nintendo. We got 30 plus years worth of history with them. Let it fly.
It's just Legend of Zelda. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We don't have to worry about that yet.
It's okay.
That's Star Fox. Oh yeah, that's fine. Is that a monkey with his brain and eyes out? It's fine.
So playful. They're so creative.
They're so
That darn
hilarious.
Nintendo. Love them.
So what are we gonna rate it? I just put an E on it.
I'm pretty sure it's fine. It's okay.
Did y'all play the end of this Star Fox game? It's kind of some body harm.
It's Nintendo. Don't worry about it. They're not trying to harm kids or even put anything like that that's grotesque that would warrant us to do anything higher than
yeah. So why would we do that? Why would we even do that? I mean, it's from them. Well, which studio did it? Was it EAD or was it Rare? It was EAD. Yeah, just put an E on it. It's EAD. Just put an E on it.
It's fine. Because now those rare dudes, they
guys,
rubbed us the wrong way with that Conqueror's Bad Fur Day.
The Great and Mighty Pooh. I'm gonna show them. Like, so, yeah, like, bruh. So yeah, I would say like that's one of my favorite horror moments from a non-horror game is like the Ocarina of Time, Bottom of the Well, and the Shadow Temple. That's why if they ever did do a remake, those two would probably be the most jacked up parts if they do it right. Because I'm like, bruh, you could really. Because even when they did the 3D version, when they went into the detail in the torture rooms where they had the cross and the chains that had blood on it and the hooks and the blood all over the floor, I'm like, oh, somebody need to come here and power wash this. Come here and power wash this. Because this is not of Christ.
Right.
So I don't know what needs to happen in here, but y'all need to clean this. I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna go back out of this grave, because I shouldn't be down here no way. So,
right.
But yeah, so what about you? Is there a favorite horror movie from a non-horror game?
Oh man, that's a hard one because I don't play horror games at all, so I never had to worry about that. If I had to pick a horror moment, it would have been more of like a horrible moment in a game. I had, what was it? It was Legends of the Super Saiyan. It's a Dragon Ball Z game that was on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, I know that game.
Great game, fantastic game. If I had to pick a horror moment for that game, was I got ready to fight Frieza, and I know like if you do things the right way, you can go Super Saiyan, and then also the final fight at the end of that game is a Super Saiyan Vegeta in space. I got to the point to where I'm getting ready to beat Frieza, doing everything the right way because I had already saw the game FAQ of how to do so. My sister takes it upon herself to not only reset the game, but then she deleted the save file. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, that game did not come stateside. You had to emulate that game and use the translation. This was when SNES was popping. Like that was the top dog for Super Nintendo emulators. And yeah, I like when I tell you I put in a heavy grind in that game, in which I still to this day don't understand it in full because the cards, they're still in Japanese. Like there's no translation for the cards, so you just kind of have to pick and choose and figure it out as you play. But yeah, got to the end of that damn game, and she not only erased my save file. Yeah, I still to this day have not beat that game. I have not.
I don't blame you because
I refuse.
Yeah, because that's too much work, man.
Because it's a grind. That game, like those Dragon Ball Z games were grindy back then. Because even like with Legend of the Super Warriors for the Game Boy Color, like went heavy into that game. And if anybody's played it, you can't unlock all of the characters on your first run. No, you have to go back through because you have to use certain characters, which you can't use until you beat the game. So once you beat the game and go back through, you can pick whatever character you want, but you have to keep it true to the show. So if you want to unlock, I think like 18 and 17, you have to beat them with Imperfect Cell. Like there's certain key things you have to do. And to the fact that she did the same thing with that one, like got to the point to where I damn near had everybody unlocked and she erased the save. We're cool to this day. Like we're cool. It's just boy,
you better than me.
Boy. Because them games, like they were grinding, and it's not like I had like a controller. Like you had to play those with keyboard and mouse. Because I didn't have a controller for PC. I think the only PC controller I had at that time back in the day was like the Microsoft Sidewinder controller they used to sell. But yeah, that was, man, tough. Tough. But one game I think that would be super creepy that I want to play, and I just haven't called it on a decent sale, is Pumpkin Jack. Like, Pumpkin Jack is a game that's been around for a minute, and it's really like Halloween themed, and it's a platformer. But I haven't caught it on a big enough sale, because even when I watch people play the game, I'm like, y'all a little wild with that price. So I'm just gonna wait for it like to come down in price so I can go and cop it. But yeah, but Pumpkin Jack, if I had to pick like a horror type game. But yeah, that was my horror moments of just playing a game days on end, really investing into it, like having to research the forums and game FAQ back in the day to figure out how to even do some of the unlocks, and then just have it all erased on one day. And that's when I believe that multiple saves since then. Like,
I don't blame you for that. Nightwolf, I will give you that. Metroid Dread has some good horror parts in it. So did Metroid Other M too. Metroid Other M has some
them little things following you around freaks me out. That's why I haven't finished the game. Yeah, I have not finished that game because I think I got to, is it like a purple one or whatever?
Yeah, the purple one.
I haven't finished that game because he's too damn fast. I'm like, nope. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good.
I mean, it's not, that one's not that hard to beat though. Obviously.
Sir, it's not about him being difficult. It's about him constantly like around the corner. I'm like, oops, you gotta go this way. No. And they go, yeah.
Once you get good with the shortcuts of his area, it's easy enough to take him out from a distance.
I'll take your word for it. You don't guess me playing it again.
Other M has a couple moments, and that's why I really want Team Ninja to get another crack at it, because I think
especially with different controls. Yeah, especially with different controls. Yeah,
and I would want them to do a zero salute game where you just, because that way you get to see, because people really don't understand how unfair Samus is. But they only see you in the suit. I'm like, wait till she out the suit. You're not beating her.
Right.
Just about how the lore is going, you're not beating her. So it's one of those situations I would love for them, or like Platinum, hopefully Team Ninja though, because I think they deserve a second shot, because people love to hate on Other M, but they gave you exactly what everybody was asking for. You wanted her fully voiced, she was fully voiced. You wanted cinematic, you got cinematic, then you got mad because she was talking to herself.
You got people that dog on Other M that haven't even played the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's weird,
bro. Yeah, she's talking to herself because I don't know if you ever played a Metroid game.
She's by herself.
So,
now they could do the Other M concept now with her having a ship that talks to her.
Yeah, but they need to have that AI needs to have a personality. That's why I hated that they used Adam. They should have used the black dude Higgs, because Higgs has a personality to offset, because she's stoic. She needs it's Ninja and Afro Samurai. That's what you need.
Yeah,
a little bit, not as exaggerated as Ninja, but you need to have that back and forth.
The problem they went with Adam is that he was supposedly the person she was closest to. But I'm sorry, when you play that game, it looks like she's closest to him.
Yeah, she's close to Higgs, because like she would do stuff like Higgs would be the only person that could calm her down, because she'd be like, "No, okay, you testing my gangster." So
it's like if somebody stepped to her and she got mad, Higgs was like, "Nah, don't do it.
Yeah,
they ain't worth it. They ain't worth your time."
Yeah, like Higgs always had her back. That's why I was like, playing this game, I think y'all missed
Adam was more like the commanding officer she trusted the most, which I get that. But Higgs was the person that she had the best connection with. So I'm like,
and plus he was just a cool character.
Yeah,
so,
on top of that.
Yeah, he was just cool. So I mean, that's just one of those situations. But Andre, what about you? What's your best horror moment from a non-horror game?
Best horror moment from a non-horror game.
That's a tough one.
This is good. The bad thing is there's a good number of them. Actually, Shinobi 3. When you go into the basement thing where you fight that big monster in Shinobi 3.
Yeah, I know.
Just because when your first time playing it, you don't expect to see that. And then it's just a big hand and a face come out the ground. I'm like, nah. Y'all can pass me on that one.
Like the devil is a liar. Like
you just in all this gooey stuff and you got to fight this thing that's just trying to reach out. And I'm like, nah, man. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
What's wrong with y'all?
Which, and that kind of brings back to like Tears of the Kingdom, the Gloom Hands. Bruh.
Yeah.
Like the first time.
That caught me off guard.
The first time that happened, I'm in a cave. Hey, there's a shrine over there. Let me go on and knock this out real quick. I can use it. Y'all hear boss music?
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, hell no.
That's why I'm glad when I had my first Gloom Hand moment, I was on a mountain well away from it. I was sitting there, I saw the color of everything change, and I just heard the sound. I was like, what the hell is that? Looking around,
you just see me all the way off guard.
Like, nah, I ain't going down there.
The second time it happened to me, I was on the mountain. I'm like, you can't get me. That boy came out the side and grabbed me.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
I swear he can climb. Sometimes he just get it in him. He can climb. I don't get it. I'm like, that's another reason.
I got lucky because mine didn't notice me when I was looking down. I was like, "What the hell is that?"
That's another one. I put that bitch down immediately. I was like, "Wait a minute, this happened." I said, "The blood moon got me in Breath of the Wild." I was like, "That's cool. Y'all just stronger, yeah, whatever." But when that joke came up, the hands started chasing me. I was like, "See, this is why I don't play games like this." It's too much.
Like the thing about it, because I was wondering what they were going to, because in Breath of the Wild, it was a doggone Guardian Stalker. They changed to that damn piano. You were like, you start seeing lasers pointing. You like, who got a laser sight on me from AR-15?
Boy, I'm like, what was his range? Like, his range was disgusting. I'm like, dude, come on now. You're doing a lot right now.
Snipe you from the other side of the world.
Yeah. And then, so you don't have that in Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm, like I said, I'm in this cave, walking around feeling good about myself. Got me some bombs. I'm doing my collecting. Hey, man, y'all hear something? Then you start hearing the screeching. I turn around. I'm like, oh, hell no. I ascended with the quickness. I got the hell up out that cave. So then the second time, I'm like, I'm on this mountain. I'm like, hey, you can't get me. And next thing I know, that was to grab me from the side. I'm like, the devil is a soul enough lie, and it threw me. Like,
I think my second encounter with the Gloom Hands, I was actually putting together a boat to get across water. I was putting the boat together. The joke was just coming up on me, and I was just like, "Nah, I'm on that boat. And gone. I'm out."
But then I got mad, and I was like, "Nah, I'm fighting you now because now I'm pissed off." So so I started fighting him. Like, then I started getting the hang of it. And then Phantom Ganon show up.
Yeah, so I didn't know that's what happened because I got to the point to where only one hand was left, and I was up on a cliff trying to shoot bow and arrows.
Yeah,
and then eventually it's like it stopped working, and then once you beat all of them, it's like okay. Then he pops. I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like I got one heart. I don't have time for this. I don't. Y'all play too much.
So
go back to the depths. Like don't be up here with me. Like be down there with the rest of the creepy individuals.
Yeah. So there's that, and like, and yeah. So the Gloom Hands is one of them because especially when you first because they once again, Al-Numa's genius. He didn't tell us nothing about that. So when it happens, it comes out of nowhere for anybody who fought him. Like, because you don't know what's happening. And sometimes it can be behind you, to the side of you. You're looking around. You're like, I hear music, but I don't see nothing. And then you got.
And that's the whole point. That is the whole point of it.
So you're just like, okay, I know I'm going to stamp there. I'm going to make a pin on this map. I'm going to put a skull back because this is where you show up at. So, so now I know. So, yeah. But there are, and I'm noticing like Legend of Zelda has a lot of that in it. Now that I think about it, horror elements.
Oh yeah, throughout the whole series.
Like, bro, y'all putting a 10-year-old through traumatic experiences. Like, you just put a 10-year-old through traumatic experiences for no apparent reason. Like, hey, look how old you is. I just turned 10. Good, you old enough. Good, you old enough.
You hit double digits. We all right.
Yeah. I want you going to the bottom of this well. For what?
Just go.
Just go down there and get the doggone truth, the lens of truth. Just go down there. Ain't no wrong with you.
Just go have an adventure. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. You got a sword.
You
got a sword to shoot. You got it. You got something to shoot.
Then
Damn adventure.
That is a horrible thing for a child to witness.
Yeah. And Nightwolf, thank you because I forgot about this one. Majora's Mask. You got to say the girl daddy.
See,
Bro,
he got saved once by me, and that was it.
Yeah. Like, bro, what in the world, dude? So
I don't think I ever went back to that after I did it the one time. I was like, yeah, I'm only completing it because I got to. That's it.
Because you got to do it to get the mask for it so you can get that fierce deity.
Yeah.
So
it's like I ain't doing it again.
Yeah. But yeah, like low key that and Kirby. Because Kirby just has
always has body
horror mess in it. And I'm like, okay, dude, y'all oh, this is just a cute and cuddly little game. No, it ain't.
Until you get to the end.
No, it ain't. It is not a cute and cuddly game. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It has an E on it. It has an E for H-rated E for everyone.
Nah, don't let the ESRB lie to you. They don't play these games.
All right, play it then. I ain't going to play it. Why do I have to stay with my child? He won't go to sleep. I told you not to let him play that game. I told you not to let him play that game. You ain't want to listen to me. So, but yeah, I mean that's just one of the things. I'm like, bro, it's just hilarious to see. So we are in October, people. So guard your wallets and your checking accounts, because these sales are about to get crazy, and
that's the real horror.
They're already crazy.
These sales are about to get crazy, and they're gonna be, they're gonna be attacking you.
Black Friday will be here before you know it.
Oh,
so every third party game that you paid 60 for will now be 30. So
and some will probably be 15, 10, and 9, depending on where you at.
Oh yeah, Ubisoft did release.
Ubisoft will do that.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, Ubisoft will do that in a heartbeat.
Ubisoft and Capcom will do it.
If Outlaws, if you're on the fence about Outlaws, yeah, wait for Black Friday.
Just wait for Black Friday. Wait till it's $10.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Like, I don't know why they do that. Like you devalue your products so much.
Gotta get them numbers up. Gotta get
For
them,
what?
Even if we don't get the profit, gotta get them numbers.
I sold 2 million, but you sold them at $10. Like it's
you're not making your money back, buddy. So yeah.
Well, y'all get out here with these crackhead prices. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, and you wonder why nobody respects your game. But I will say this though, it's enough of them that do it to where now it's expected of all developers.
Yeah,
crazy.
That's the problem. Like it's becoming accepted practice. Even though I'm like, that doesn't make sense because you're not making your money. So
at all.
Yeah, because you notice what they did. Because I remember when the Miles Morales Spider-Man game came out, and like that Black Friday and after Christmas, it was like $15. I'm like, bro, y'all not making the money back on this. Like, and it was only on PS4 at the time.
Okay.
So it wasn't on PC yet. And I'm like, y'all, don't need to get that big of a pay cut of a discount. This needs to be like 10% or 5% because you spent too much money making this game.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. All right, peeps, that's going to do it for this podcast. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. If you haven't had a chance to, check out Jack's album. It's Off the Chain. That's the favorite track is the name of this episode. So just make sure you check that out. Jack, anything you want to pimp out? Anything else you want to pimp out?
Yeah, like I've been talking about recording gameplay for some of these games I got. You kind of have to remember to do stuff like that. Because by the time you remember to do it, the game over. So I can still showcase the game. Is not like I'm not gonna sit here and fake it like, oh, this is my first time playing this level. I'm not doing that. So I still plan to record Pac-Man, even though I've already beat the game. I might record like the post game because the post game is kind of tough.
Okay.
And then the same thing, like I might throw some Pokemon footage up, but like I said, it's a matter of remembering to do that shit. Like, cause I'll be in a living room playing it, and I'm like, oh, I could really be in the recording, but then that means I got to set up Streamlabs and got to do this and make sure it goes here, and I don't want to do all that. So I'll get some content up on the channel sooner or later about some gameplay because I didn't just buy this for nothing, but it'll come up sooner or later.
All right, Andre.
Look, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I forgot to put stuff up for this week.
See,
I had it recorded, just forgot to put it up. So
there you go.
it'll be up next week, and that's all you got to worry about.
Yeah, that does happen. I do have a boss battles vid looking at Goma from Wind Waker on GameCube NSO version. Gonna try to make sure I get some more of those up. I think I did record the Gundam fight in Doom Dark Ages. I hope I did. I need to go back and look. So I just
That damn brain, boy.
I know.
He's like, I was recording.
I was recording, but I don't know if
Something
I got it
happened.
or not. And I know Joe Higashi did release for Fatal Fury City of the Wolf, so I will have some gameplay up of him in the next few days.
I'm still mad that they just threw some glasses on him and called it a day.
I mean,
I don't know why they did that.
Look, after what Wolfgang Krause did to him in that OVA, man,
Look, no, we ain't giving him that excuse because he was not wearing glasses in the next one. So no,
he had contacts in.
Fine.
Yeah, contacts in.
No, we ain't doing
But,
that. Every bone in that man's body was broken. He still came back and won the championship. No, we ain't giving him that.
Yeah, because man, what Krause did to him. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna have some gameplay up of that. At least that's the plan. And I am going ahead and picking up South of Midnight. I was trying to wait to see if it was gonna come on Switch 2, but apparently they're not doing that. So,
oh really?
They ain't gonna do it. Look, they ain't gonna do it till middle of next year.
Yeah, if they do it at all, because they're saying they're working on other stuff. So, all right, cool.
Okay.
So, I'm just gonna go and get it on the Xbox and just play because I've been looking forward to playing that one. So I will put some gameplay up of that once I get South of Midnight. And yeah, that's all I got. So we will see you guys on the next one. Y'all have a nice evening and peace out, people.
Peace, folks.
Peace.